In today's video, we'll explore 5 of the worst breakfasts for your heart, including some which are often touted as healthy foods, but actually cause inflammation and artery damage. Plus, we'll look at healthier choices and give you a few key guidelines to identify whether foods are going to help or harm you. Make sure you pay attention to this, because the nutrients we discuss are vital for feeling energized throughout the day and avoiding blood sugar problems. We'll also reveal a daily staple to protect your eyes and skin. As well, a breakfast food that improves your ability to absorb vitamins. Because eating vitamin-rich food isn't enough if your body can't absorb those vitamins. First up, we have orange juice. A classic breakfast drink. While freshly squeezed orange juice contains vitamin C, the problem is that juice overloads your system with sugar, causing a process called glycation. Glycation compromises the elasticity of blood vessels, making them stiff, triggering inflammation, and increasing the risk of heart attack. Can you guess how many oranges go into a glass of juice? It takes 3 or more oranges to make a 240 milliliters glass of juice, which is at least 6 teaspoons of sugar. That's very bad news for your blood sugar. Processed orange juice is worse, because it's pasteurized, heated, and has even more sugar added to it. But what about whole oranges? Aren't they full of sugar too? Here's where nature shows its genius. When you eat an orange, not only do you get the natural sugars, but you also get fiber, which slows down sugar absorption, giving a gradual release into the bloodstream. In other words, longer-lasting energy without glycation. This fiber also feeds the good bacteria in your gut, helping with digestion and immunity. So skip the orange juice and go for the real deal, paired with the foods we'll discuss in a moment. Next we have toast. Especially toast made from white bread. Have you ever noticed that soon after eating toast, you're hungry again? That's because bread can act like an appetite stimulant. Bread contains rapidly digestible carbohydrates that quickly spike blood glucose. It's just like orange juice. Even whole wheat bread can raise blood sugar levels extremely fast. And just like orange juice, this is going to damage blood vessels. Now, you may have heard of leaky gut syndrome. It's a big concern. The gut lining acts as a barrier to keep out harmful toxins, while simultaneously allowing beneficial nutrients to be absorbed. But with leaky gut syndrome, toxins seep through the gut lining and into the blood, triggering inflammation and a host of related issues, including food sensitivities, autoimmune diseases, chronic fatigue, and cardiovascular damage. And you guessed it, the gluten in bread is a major contributor to leaky gut. So, as you can see, toast is not an ideal way to start the day. The same goes for carbohydrate bombs like muffins and croissants. If you can't stand the thought of life without bread, you may like to watch our other video on the best bread alternatives. There you will find some excellent breads that deliver the same taste and texture without the damage. Otherwise, try one of the heart-healthy breakfasts that we'll discuss shortly, and see which works for you. Our next breakfast food to avoid comes from traditional nutritional guidelines that have a lot to answer for when it comes to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. And one of the worst ideas was telling people to eat highly processed breakfast cereal every day. High-sugar cereals are an awful idea for obvious reasons. Because they're full of sugar, refined grains, and additives. Unfortunately, they're marketed to children and are addictive because of their sugar content. But there's more to it than the obvious culprits. The new FDA guideline states that healthy breakfast foods would need to contain no more than 230 milligrams of sodium and 2.5 grams of added sugars. Surprisingly, many of the breakfast cereals we grew up with don't make the grade. Take, for instance, Special K, often promoted as the healthiest breakfast. It actually contains 270 milligrams of sodium and 4 grams of added sugar. Sodium causes the body to retain water, and while we need a little sodium, too much is associated with high blood pressure, making it harder for your heart to pump blood efficiently, and increasing the risk of atherosclerosis, the #1 cause of heart attack. Similar scenarios play out no matter what commercial cereals you look at. Sugar, salt, and processed carbohydrates, not the fuel you want to start your day with. Next, we have a Sunday morning favorite, pancakes, especially store-bought pancake mix. Pancakes are typically made from refined wheat flour, which, as we discussed, essentially acts like sugar in the body, contributing to glycation and heart disease. Additionally, most people don't just eat pancakes on their own. They're topped with sugar-laden syrup, which is going to skyrocket your blood sugar. If you love pancakes, opt for almond flour or coconut flour-based pancakes, and top them with fresh fruits, berries, butter, or yogurt. Which brings us to our worst breakfast food. Yogurt can be a nutritional breakfast option, but many commercial yogurts are loaded with added sugars, artificial flavors, and preservatives, which means starting your day with high blood sugar, inflammation, and glycation. As a healthier alternative, go for plain Greek yogurt, or other high protein and low sugar options. Or you might like to try kefir. Kefir is similar to yogurt, but with a more liquid consistency, and even more health benefits. It's rich in probiotics, aiding in digestion, supporting immune function, and boosting the beneficial bacteria in your intestines. And if you crave sweetness with your yogurt, do it naturally with berries or fruit. The big question is, what should you actually look for in a healthy breakfast? You want energy throughout the day, while avoiding inflammation, glycation, and blood sugar spikes, right? First, we need protein. Not only is protein the building block for muscle, but it's also involved in cell signaling, gene expression, hormone balance, and many other crucial functions. By kickstarting your day with a protein-based breakfast, you are giving your body the resources it needs to function at its peak. Numerous studies show that the amino acids in protein positively impact obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and diabetes, metabolic syndrome, and even fertility issues. Plus, protein is excellent for promoting a feeling of fullness, helping to avoid overeating and fat gain. On the topic of fat, dietary fat is often demonized, but it's important to understand that you do need it. As long as you're choosing the right kinds of fat, and eating the right amount. The truth is that healthy fats are your best ally for long-lasting energy, cell growth, and increasing your body's ability to absorb nutrients. Most importantly, healthy fats won't spike your blood sugar, meaning that you avoid glycation and inflammation. Now, what specific foods are good? Eggs are an excellent option, packed with protein, minerals, and essential vitamins. They are a great source of omega-3 fatty acids, all important for heart health. Eggs are one of the best sources of choline. Choline is an essential nutrient that protects cell membranes from damage associated with coronary heart disease, and a single egg will provide you around 25% of the choline you need each day. Eggs contain many more important trace minerals, and are often described as the complete protein. After all, eggs contain everything that's needed to create a new life. Avocado is another excellent breakfast food. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, which have many benefits, like promoting healthy cholesterol, preventing inflammation, protecting your eyes, and supporting healthy skin. Plus, something that you may not know is that the monounsaturated fat found in avocado is excellent for increasing your body's ability to absorb vitamins from other food. That's right, a 2005 study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that when people ate avocado alongside carrots or tomato, they had significantly increased absorption of the compounds beta-carotene and lycopene, enhancing their antioxidant benefit for the heart. Chia seeds are another superstar you might not have thought of. For such a tiny package, chia seeds contain a surprising amount of healthy fat and trace minerals. With clinical trials finding that eating chia seeds led to improved blood pressure, reduced heart disease risk, and stronger bones. An important consideration that comes with aging. When you soak these tiny seeds overnight, they turn into a jelly-like consistency. This not only makes them easier to digest, but also creates a type of soluble fiber that improves blood sugar control. Add to this a small handful of nuts, which are a fantastic source of healthy fats, protein, fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, and unique plant sterols. Particularly good options include macadamias, almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, hazelnuts, and pecans. One that requires a little more consideration is flaxseed. Flax seeds are considered a powerhouse of omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, and antioxidants, which is why some cardiologists recommend flaxseed as a great food to eat every day. Plus, they are the best plant-based source of lignans, special compounds that research suggests may have anti-cancer effects. However, it's best to grind flax seeds before consumption, as whole flax seeds can be tough to digest. A little more work, but well worth it. Ground flaxseed is a perfect addition to smoothies, sprinkled on yogurt, or soaked in milk with a dash of cocoa powder and cinnamon. Powerful heart health combo. All of this goes very well with Greek yogurt, which is loaded with protein and probiotics that benefit your gut. And finally, fruits and berries are going to top off your breakfast with a boost of vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants.